You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Hello, and welcome back to the Code Rad Show, the only show that dares to ask the question, what if life down here began out there? Just kidding. I'm sure there's other shows that will ask that question too. But today we're going to talk about a show that I got kind of a Battlestar Galactica vibe from, including an opening narration with a narrator who sounded kind of like the Battlestar Galactica narrator to my ears.
You know, I didn't think about that, but yeah, it actually kind of does. Now you mention it, yeah.
And there were some other connections, ancient civilizations, stuff like that. But we are, of course, talking about the Mysterious Cities of Gold, a joint French-Japanese children's cartoon.
That's exactly correct. Yes, and I was actually looking for my slides here.
Oh yeah, we haven't uploaded your slides yet. So yeah, keep talking, and I'll keep talking while you look for that. So yeah, we have enjoyed the animes we've watched on this. Watched for the purposes of Code Rad. So I think Mysterious Cities of Gold is an early one, and even though I prefer things that take place in space with a lot of space battles and lasers and aliens and fighter ships and stuff like that, this seemed like a good starting place. This is quite early. I forget what year did it premiere. 84.
It started in Japan, I believe, around 81, I think.
All right.
And then it came to America, Nickelodeon, 1986, as I recall. I remember being on the air, but I didn't really watch it that much. I remember seeing the opening. The theme song's great. I love the theme song, like "Children of the Sun."
Yeah, fantastic. It's very,
yeah. It's very catchy.
Very lively. Yeah, catchy, and get you in the mood for some adventure.
Here we go. Yes, here we go.
Mysterious show is all about
Gold. Yes, indeed. So now, did you watch this on Nickelodeon by any chance back in the day?
No, I never heard of this show. When I found out about this, I was like, oh great, I can't wait to tell Jim about this. But you had heard of it. You had watched it a bit. I guess you're not an expert on it, but
no, but
totally new to me.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a very well done series. And it amazes me how a lot of dubbing, you watch, old English dubs of Japanese anime, and they're talking so fast. They're talking really fast, and just how quickly they're speaking to, I guess, fit all the words in a few seconds. I guess, yeah. Let's see. So basically, yes, it is a co-production between France and Japan.
Which is interesting because it takes place in Spain and South America.
Yeah, it is kind of. It was done, partially done by Deke, who we've talked about before on the show. They did Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
They did the Real Ghostbusters, which covered here, that one episode of the Night Call from Cthulhu. Let's see, and also it was between Deke and NHK, a very important Japanese TV station. I guess kind of the Japanese version of NBC, I guess you could say.
Okay. Yeah, I never heard of it before.
So it came out in Japan first. I believe that says, let's see, the Taiyo no Ko Esudaban. So Son of the Sun. SON of the words. So, yeah, so Son of the Sun. And the thing that I guess I didn't fully understand was, so does he have this power to make the sun come out, or they just think he does?
Right. Yeah, I assume, being a cartoon, he really has the power. But
yeah.
I mean, in the first 2 episodes, it doesn't really play into it very much. I mean, it kind of drives the plot of the first episode.
Yeah.
I mean, the priest and the people of the town want him to make the rain and the clouds go away, and the little brat is running away, hiding. And like, yeah, dude, why don't you help him out? Well, why are you freaking out so much? Your special powers, bring out the sun. I don't know why he was being such a brat about it. Esteban, come on, Esteban, help us out.
Yeah, really. That was so we have so we Mendoza on the far left. I'm not sure. I didn't have time to look this up if Mendoza was an explorer back then, because I know they mentioned Magellan, who we know was an explorer, and they mentioned Pizarro.
Yeah. Yep.
There's Esteban, and we see we don't hear her speak, but the Incan girl, that's Zia in the middle.
Yes, Inca girl. And I went ahead to I actually watched the second episode. She figures into the second episode more.
Okay. So let's see. So apparently this was based off of a book.
Oh, right,
by Scott Odell, an American author. Now these guys, depending which episode, which series we'll cover next week, these guys did so many great opening songs for cartoons, like Inspector Gadget. They did the Real Ghostbusters. They did the theme for this. So you'll see these guys, Haim Saban and Shuki Levy. You'll see these names a lot.
Okay.
If we cover 80s, various 80s cartoons.
That's what I aim to do.
Begin in the year 1532, where it's in Barcelona. It's raining apparently again.
Yeah.
We go to a pretty cool looking cathedral, and we see this kid just running really rushing about, and of course that's the main character, Esteban. I guess the priest is saying, get back in here, you're gonna get a cold. And he's like, no, I'll be fine.
Yeah, you're like, what was the priest a bad guy? Why is he running away from the priest? And really just kind of don't get it why he's acting like this.
Well, I guess he's a kid. He wants to run around. He wants to explore. He wants to go down water slides, I guess. Like that. Let's see. So he hears this commotion coming from a window. He takes a look, and he sees these two guys that are going on and on about this place called El Dorado, a place that's entirely made of gold. And of course, I don't think they're really these two guys.
That guy who has the chimp mouth.
Exactly. Yes. That looks like cotton floss a little bit there. That guy. But yeah. But I don't know, because a lot of people are either drunk or passed out. So I don't know if they're really listening to him. But of course, Esteban listens in, and he's very interested. These three guys come in, and it turns out they're looking for Esteban. And they offer 1 gold piece to anybody that can find him. So of course the place cleared out, except this one guy is still there. I believe, that is Mendoza. Let's see. Sorry. Come on, computer, work with me. There we go. I'm not sure about this guy, if we should trust him or not. I don't get a good vibe from him. I don't know if you felt the same, but
no, I thought he was the hero. I thought he was fine, but there does his honesty, his virtue does come into question in episode 2. So
I see. Okay.
It does seem like they're setting something up that maybe he's not very trustworthy. But I mean, so far, he's he's the navigator of the ship, and if he's a villain or something, has not been revealed yet.
No, I think some folks that have probably seen the whole series, but remember, we have not, so no spoilers. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
We want to find out on our own. But let's see here. So Esteban was hiding among the barrels. I don't know. His eyes are always shut, and he's like, ha, 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 like that.
Yeah.
But he sees this necklace around Esteban's neck, and it looks very familiar to him.
Yeah, cool.
And he's like, tries to reach out to him to grab the necklace, and Esteban runs again. You'll see him run a lot in this episode. So apparently there's, I guess, the guy that raised Esteban, that's Father Rodriguez, who is very ill.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Esteban now gets stuck. He can't really run. He's got nowhere else to run.
Yeah.
He starts getting kind of like a vertigo here. So I can see, ooh, just gets a little. Things are getting a little wonky. He falls. He's going crowd surfing, but they catch him luckily. So I'm not sure if he was the one that made Esteban fall or had, I don't know, but that's kind of odd. He's standing on top of the wall there.
Yeah.
Very nonchalantly. But so it turns out they're taking Esteban. It's a festival, and they're taking him to a very high tower. And oh, now here I learned that so there's a Zia in the balcony there, but I didn't know that a lot of times Peruvian or Incan children were given to Spanish royalty as gifts.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of strange, but apparently I think that's what this is.
Huh.
We're
All
saying,
right, yeah.
especially Queen Isabella. And we see, yeah, there's Zia right there.
Yeah.
These two guys are talking about Incan people and how they can, apparently they would use them to read, decipher, I think, certain things like glyphs, I guess, or
Okay.
So poor Esteban is getting raised up on this mast, I believe, and all the way up there, the thing's moving, and they want him to make the sun come out, and he's like, "No, I want to rain, rain, rain." So it does, but eventually the sun comes out.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, yeah, you did it. So so it turns out Father Rodriguez definitely has to see Esteban because I think his time is running out. We don't really see him die. We can pretty much tell, what's happening. But so it's time for a story, a flashback. So this goes back to actually during one of Magellan's voyages, and one of Magellan's ships sees this guy on a sinking ship holding a kid, a baby. So, and hey, is that Mendoza? Yes, it is. It's Mendoza, and he was there, and he was the one that dived out of the ship and rescued the kid with the amulet around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to save the father too, but no, the father gets washed away. So yeah, sadly, Father Rodriguez does pass away, and they're very close. So he takes it as well as you would expect him to. He's gets pretty emotional, but I think Mendoza says, "Well, I think it's time for you to leave Barcelona and come with me to my ship, the Esperanza, to go on a voyage to search for the cities of gold." And I think at first Esteban's not really sure. It turns out he doesn't have the other piece of the amulet. Yep, there it is right there. It fits in. Let's see. So basically it's dawn. He's waiting for Esteban to come, join him on his journey. He doesn't see him, but wait, who is that? Yes, he decides to come after all.
Yes, he makes the decision for adventure, the call to adventure.
Exactly, yes. That's kind of weird. He has Esteban hide in the galley, which is like really dark and pretty scary for a kid, with like no light at all, and possibly some vermin, some rats are down there too. He goes to sleep and he wakes up and there's this box that's kind of like starting to move, and it turns out it is Zia. She is in the box, and that is really pretty much the gist of my slides there, but that's the gist of episode 1. But I liked it. What did you think?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It's a slow burn of a show. I mean, to just end it where they're just getting on the boat, about to embark on a journey. I don't mind, waiting, if it's a well-constructed show, which this is. But I think you have to wait a while before you really get into, the title of the show is Mysterious Cities of Gold. I think it's going to be a while before you get to a city of gold.
Probably, yeah. I think it's 39 episodes, I think. So,
right. So, yeah, watching episode 2, like the end of the episode, is just them beginning to go through the Straits of Magellan.
Okay.
So the journey across the Atlantic is a bit compressed, but yeah. So I don't know. I'm doing a little research. It looks like when they get to the cities of gold, they're pretty wild. There's like some sci-fi fantasy elements going on there, but I don't know when I'll have time to explore that. But it should be great. I mean, it looks like a really great show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I'm kind of surprised I didn't really see it when it was first on the air, but I guess it's like, oh, it's a history piece, and I guess as a kid, I didn't really like history as a kid, so I kind of just skipped it. But now that I'm older, I kind of appreciate it a little more because
it does kind of encroach on like educational
yeah, it does.
territory, which as a kid might want to avoid that if it feels educational. And definitely they had that each episode seems to have an educational coda of shot on film, live action. See, the first episode has a little bit about the Incas. It's almost kind of like a little documentary. And
at the end, yes, okay,
yeah, live action film, which is a real surprise. I mean, I can't think of any other cartoon at the moment like that. They do a little, less than 5-minute documentary about the Incas. Episode 2, I think, had the same thing, just regarding the age of exploration, what it was like to sail in a ship, back in the 1500s, etc. So yeah, that's for sure an interesting little. I think in the first episode when they're talking about the Incas, I think they go so far as to say that the Incas would drug little girls and kill them.
My God, wow.
Which is true. I mean, the whole sacrifice part, the Aztec, the Inca, the Maya, that was a huge thing. Might have even contributed to the destruction of these civilizations, because when things started going bad, they start sacrificing more people, and they start running out of a population, and you start killing more people. And talk about like mountains of skulls of all the sacrifices they've made to try to get the gods to be kinder to them. And when the gods don't get kinder, they kill more people, and it's a vicious cycle. But what got me on this subject is that's kind of a heavy comment for a little kids show to mention.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about the drugging part. I mean, that's kind of something heavy to lay on little kids.
Yeah,
they would drug little kids and then kill them. I mean, getting killed is bad enough, but for some reason, the whole drugging aspect of it seems to make it even more evil.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're going to drug you, then we're going to kill you. It's like, oh, thank you. It's great. It's like, on a kid's show, jeez. Wow.
Yeah, to bring that up for the kids. So,
drugging and kidnapping is fun. It's like, what?
All right, so we've got a navigator. There's a whole crew of mainly not the greatest people on the boat. Once they get on there, they're sailing across the ocean. They're on their way to find El Dorado, mysterious city of gold. I got a humorous little anecdote about that. As a former resident of New Mexico, when I moved out there, you go and do touristy things, including going to Indian pueblos. That's a big one. I think I was at Acoma Pueblo, which is a amazing one. If you ever have a vacation in New Mexico and you're looking for something cool to do, go visit Acoma Pueblo. It's like right off I-40. And our tour guide is showing us around, and he talked about a little bit about the conquistadors coming, and he says, back in 1500s, conquistador came to Acoma and said, we're looking for the city of gold. Where's all your gold? And we told them, it's the next town over. And so the conquistadors went, and that's how we got rid of the Spanish. Like, all right, cute little story. I don't know if the real history is quite that funny, but
it's that way.
But yeah, I mean, they did come as far north, at least, as New Mexico, maybe even Colorado, looking for the cities of gold.
I felt kind of silly because, history I wasn't really good at as a kid, and I wasn't really into it. But I always thought that the New World meant just North America, but no, it's North America and South America, basically the entire Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
We're still being explored. So yes, I felt a little silly, but yeah, I think being older, I do appreciate learning stuff is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think, growing up in the 70s and 80s, the way they taught history was pretty atrocious. I mean, at least in New Jersey, where I lived. I mean, my teachers would stand with their back to the room and just write notes. It was like this is very important stuff. You have to learn how to keep notes with like the Roman numeral, then for like the heading, and it's just like no one takes notes like that. And she would just like write the history of the Revolutionary War or whatever. Just write it on the blackboard, and you sat there and copied it, and that was your history lesson. So of course I was bored.
Boring.
And so I have spent a lot of my adult life reading history books and engaging with history in a lot of different ways because it is fantastic. And this show would be great. I mean, it's a very entertaining show, and I bet it sparked the interest in history in a lot of kids. I mean, anyone who watches the movie Master and Commander, it's considered one of the best movies of the 21st century, and it's just so great, and it's just so interesting from the historical aspect of it. How could you not love that? So this is it's got learning, even though that's a bad word for some people. Is you get an educational experience in a very entertaining way. It's pretty cool.
I enjoyed it too. I kind of want to see how the rest of it plays out.
Maybe we'll revisit this and get when we can give a better overview, because you watched the first episode, I watched the first 2 episodes. It's really introductory. It's not. I feel like we haven't gotten into what the show's really about yet.
Probably not. That's probably a slow burn, but I think there's 39 episodes total of the original series, and I think there actually was a new series that I think they kind of continued. It wasn't a reboot. It was like something. They basically just pushed the story like a little further ahead.
The second series, I believe, came a lot later, and I believe it has them going to China.
Yes, I think so, but I don't think it ever got released in the States. I don't think.
I don't. I don't know, but I think we'll try. I'll try to watch the first season at least, and maybe we can report back on it.
Yeah, sure.
Especially if our viewers would like to hear more about the mysterious cities of gold. So I think that's all I got for now.
I think same here. I think I covered it all.
All right. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.
All right. Take care, everybody.
That's all for Code Rad. Signing out.
Take care.